Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Triple Threat Sportscast. I'm sitting here, me, Shamar for president on IG.
Excellence Execution 1, the number 1.
It's your boy Dyson.
All right, what's up? Glad to be here to bring you another episode of the Triple Threat Sportscast weekly. Remember, red subscribe, yellow bell, get the notifications. Everything is counted. We appreciate all the support that we have and the support we're going to continue to get. So please hit that red subscribe, click that yellow notification bell. All right, guys.
Like my drip?
The drip is dope.
Shit fire, we all gotta get one.
It's fire.
All right.
Like,
So you even got the
got one waiting in the joint in the crib, but that's nice here. So,
It's fire.
look it,
There's someone in the back. Can't see me though.
Yeah, shit nice though.
it's nice though. Got our Triple Threat Sportscast merch. That's gonna be coming soon.
out soon.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have it for everything, man.
Pretty soon we're all gonna be wearing it.
Yeah.
Even you, Shamar. I know you don't represent your teams, but
That's facts. You gotta represent something out here.
he was a Blue Jays fan, but he's also a Mets fan. Am I wrong?
Am I wrong? It's a fact.
How you gonna be a Mets fan, but you're a Blue Jay fan too?
I represent myself. Don't worry about what I do. I keep telling y'all,
That's depressing in itself.
It's not even depressing. Listen, man. I tell y'all, man. I should get a TV show, a sitcom or something, man. Y'all love watching me, bro.
A joke.
Y'all love watching me, man.
Everybody hates Shamar.
Apparently not, man. I got all the love in the world, man. Y'all hate me? Hey, hate me. To hate me is to love me, man. That's what's up.
I guess. I realized the last episode we didn't even give our predictions, so this is where we're gonna go from there.
Oh
I want to
shit.
get in depth with this scenario. The last time we did that, somebody told me to hit a parlay off what we were talking about. That's crazy. I said, my man, you send it to me though.
We might, y'all definitely gonna get some jewels out of this one here. So, anything you take from this podcast and y'all got a parlay going on, please comment down in the section on the parlay.
Or hit his DMs.
Let us know.
Listen, whatever, man. If that parlay hits, man, I want in, bro.
Or just at least let us know if you
Just
want
represent.
some merch. Jesus, with that parlay, right?
Just let us know. You know I'll be on that FanDuel constantly.
Right?
We be winning, so.
Yeah, it's facts. All right, so let's go for Dice. Who you think's gonna win? We'll just get predictions now, and then we'll get in depth in detail because I like to do side by side comparisons with the two.
I don't know.
So just pick.
I keep going back and forth. Like, the other week I was saying the 49ers, but the more that I look at it and the more that I just think to myself, I feel like the Chiefs. I mean, Mahomes, I think, is just going to do what Mahomes does. I mean, but at the same time, it can go either way, in my opinion, because you got weapons on both sides. So, like, I'm really torn between the two, but I'll just go with the Chiefs.
Put cash down.
If I had to put cash down, I would probably go with the Chiefs because I think they're more reliable just based off of how they've been over the past couple of years, going to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. If I had to put a lot of bread down, I would go with the Chiefs.
If we had to put $5 down.
Huh?
If we had to put $5 down, does it
$5
matter?
and 49ers.
Will,
yeah, it matters.
You will be putting that money down.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
If I'm going with just $5, I'll go with the 49ers. If I'm going with, like 100 plus, I would have to go with the Chiefs.
I'm gonna see.
But the crazy part is, the last I looked, the Chiefs were the underdogs.
That's what I was gonna say. What's the thing? What's the
Got
split?
you right now.
Who
But
you
the
got?
last I
I'm
talked,
gonna see Dyson in a couple of days. He's gonna have 5 different parlays.
yeah.
Dead ass is, bro.
Stressed out though.
He is. He's gonna.
After this, you can see what I sound like. You got some spray change.
Be the side of the road.
Now when football Sunday comes around, I get stressed out.
The funny thing is, why you question your parlays. Last time you was like, I'm gonna do this, and you didn't do it, and he was like, all right, the guy scored. You're like, I
Yeah,
did
it fucking hits. The parlays that I make up that I don't put in, they hit.
So what's the spread?
Hold on.
Should be on the
All
front
right,
page.
2.5.
Cool.
San Francisco for 2.5.
Yeah. And Chiefs are underdogs by 110, which isn't a lot at all. It's basically even. 110 and then
that's pretty
49ers
much
minus 130, which is I still think the Chiefs should be honestly in this game.
Chiefs?
In this game, I feel like it should be even. They should both be like minus 110. Because if you have two teams that are even, they usually do like they're both even, and they're both minuses. You know what I mean? But to have the Chiefs as the underdog, I think is a little crazy to me. That's just my
Been
opinion.
underdog all year because they're offense.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense that they're the dogs. The 49ers have the better collection of players.
Who you picking?
Who am I picking?
You got to stick with it at this point.
Yeah. and that's the only reason I'm picking
What?
it.
That's the
wait.
Only reason I'm picking it.
I'm waiting for this.
Listen.
pick
I've
it.
said the 49ers is the best team in football for a while now, and to sit here and have them in the big game, I cannot go against them, and I'd be going against. I'm going to go with the 49ers in this
But you
one.
just said going against God.
The
Listen,
quarterback god.
That's your words, not mine.
Best quarterback in the NFL.
He is the best quarterback in the NFL. He is the quarterback guy. But I've also sat here and said that I think that the 49ers are the best team in football. And for them to be in the Super Bowl and for me not to, I still believe that, and I'm going to back that up by predicting them to win.
Well, listen.
Hey, yo,
First of
see?
all-
You crazy. You crazy. Hey, yo, for what? You crazy.
The crazy thing about it is you're the most inconsistent person on this podcast. So
Why
for you
am I
to
the most-
sit there and say, like, oh, I gotta stick with my guns. So you never do. So
Yeah,
that's
I do.
funny.
But I do.
Yeah,
I always
okay.
do. I always do.
You watched the end of the last episode? Did you?
No, I didn't get to that far. The
Nice.
end of the last episode.
Regardless, my turn. Who do I pick? Off what I want,
Nah, 'cause you're
I
so
just want the
biased.
Niners
You're
to win.
biased. Yeah, because you're
But
fucking biased.
on paper, on track, the Chiefs are so much successful in the postseason. So, like I said, I'm being realistic here. They're way better in the postseason. They have way better average and everything. But then this is why I want to get into in depth with side-by-side comparisons. When it comes to quarterbacks, Chiefs got it. Agree or
Obviously,
disagree?
yeah. Quarterback
Calm down.
God, of course.
Calm down. All right. Running back,
49ers.
49ers got it.
49ers.
But
No, but
Isaiah Pacheco's not no slouch.
Isaiah Pacheco
He's
is no
not, but he's
slouch,
not a
but
Christian
he's not CMC either.
Seems he's the best running back.
Yes, it's not even close.
Just saying. And not that it's close. I'm saying how effective they could be.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
No, and that's not even close either, because Christian McCaffrey does far more than what Isaiah Pacheco needs to do. He has a bigger impact
still young.
on the game than Pacheco. No,
Christian
he's still
McCaffrey's
young.
way above
Exactly,
right now.
but Isaiah Pacheco's this is only his second year, and see how much impact he already, how much
Nah,
value he brings.
nah,
to
I
the
know what
team
you're
in
saying.
general.
I
So
agree
that's
with
what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah, no,
It is-
absolutely.
It is in the 49ers' favor, but you can't discredit. Isaiah
No,
Pacheco.
No, we're
That's
not
what I'm
discrediting
saying.
Isaiah Pacheco.
We're just
Kinda.
giving the credit to CMC.
But CMC is that dude
So
though at that
regardless,
position,
wide receiver positions, you got to give it to the Niners,
Easily.
right?
and it's
but-
not even close.
But Rasheed Rice he's his rookie
been
year.
cooking.
He's doing good.
Bro,
He's their wide
listen.
receiver one.
Hey, listen,
Don't forget, bro, they got the God on that team, too. Kadarius Toney? Are you kidding?
That
you
man
kidding
got
me?
bars.
Bro, best rapper out there.
Got
You kidding
bars.
me?
That's the Joker. You listen to his mixtape?
Yo, Kadarius Toney, he really needs to focus on playing football. Stop trying to be a rapper. You're not a rapper.
I don't even think he
all
could
right?
do that right now.
I don't even think.
I
he
don't
can-
even think they're gonna keep playing. They're not gonna play. They're doing him a little.
I don't think
dirty,
they're playing
though,
him.
to
No,
be
they're
honest.
not even doing
I
him
think
a
they
little
forced
dirty.
him to say that he was injured.
Yeah, so
They didn't force him to say that he
crazy
was
thing
injured.
about
According to
it-
what he said on Instagram
Yeah, he
Live,
posted that
he
too.
said that they forced him to say that
But
he was
the thing
injured.
is-
No, but he also
Yes.
said that he was getting at Giant fans because they was trolling his non-productive playing self.
But listen-
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, but they're kind of like I said. I feel like they're doing him dirty because what they could do is just swap him out with Richie James and put him as a punt returner. He was successful last year as a punt returner,
In the Super Bowl.
and he helped them win because of his punt return.
That's very true.
So they could put him there and put Richie James back, but what they're doing is not even keeping him in the game. They're like, yeah, no, he's injured. Richie James keep
Yeah,
getting
like
his punt
benched his
return.
ass.
Yeah, like
Because Richie James is doing more for that Kansas City Chiefs team, whatever they need him to do, whether it's receiver, punt return, kick return.
Yeah, but-
Kadarius Toney had 2 plays
Yeah, but
last
he
year in the
was-
Super Bowl, and that is the extent of his
was
thing
great.
Okay,
with the
but
Chiefs.
he could do it again. That's why they should have
Yeah, they should
just
just leave him as
keep
punt
one
return.
punt return.
Oh,
But I
what?
feel like they're trying to stick
When
it to
when
him.
can he do it? When he's not faking a hamstring injury? When he
He's
doesn't?
going back to the Giants next year.
When he's not trying, would never take him
Same with
again.
Eli Apple. Anyway,
Anyway, never. When
who said he's faking an injury though? Because according to him on Instagram Live, they told him to
Nah,
fake the injury.
he's out there copping pleas. He's
I'm
out
just
there.
saying.
He's out there copping pleas. He's been known to fake a hamstring injury or two. He's copping pleas right now, trying to get in Andy Reid's good graces,
Look,
so
man.
they'll allow him to play in the big game.
I'm just telling you what he
because
said.
he's done trying to make mixtapes on his tour bus. Like I have nothing for Kadarius Toney. And he said he was out for mental health reasons.
This seems biased.
It doesn't seem biased.
You saw the
Kadarius
movie?
Toney has a whole bunch of
Joker.
mental health issues, man. What?
You saw the movie Joker. He's Joker.
Not even close. Not even close.
Mental health issues. So let's get off topic. So receivers, you got to give it to
And
49ers, yeah.
Overall,
and if
like
the Joker
I
movie.
say, Brandon Ayuk is the X factor. Nobody.
Bro, he's been cooking.
He
People
has
say
been
that he hasn't been
cooking.
cooking all year. Is getting me tight
He's
because
been
he
cooking,
has.
but the thing is, like, of course they're not gonna play on him hard because they got to worry about Debo and Who else is out there?
Christian
One thing.
McCaffrey, George Kittle.
No, this is receiver position. Well, they got
Christian McCaffrey. Let's just do dump off passes all day.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're
All
gonna
right,
win.
and then we move forward to the tight end position. You got to give it to
It's
the Kansas City.
obviously Kansas City,
but
but George Kittle is
that's
still
what I'm
good.
saying.
The
It's-
blocking by him is
Yeah.
insane.
Kelsey,
He can
Kelsey
make
can
the
block
plays when he
too.
needs to.
Yes,
Kelsey's
Kelsey.
more the-
Yes, Kelsey. But George
See?
Kittle is not far off, though.
No,
That's
he's
what I'm
not.
saying.
He's not far off.
He's 100%. I would say he's
And I
beyond
think the,
top 5.
And
I would
I
give
think
him
the
top
reason
3.
Kelsey gets because he's Patrick Mahomes' main target.
Why you gotta be like that?
He's his main target.
Why you gotta be like that?
But then that also changes the narrative of you have one main target, so you got to lock him down, and then you have Brock Purdy that's not as a level as Patrick Mahomes.
No.
And then he has multiple targets.
Yes.
He doesn't need to settle
Yes.
for one.
Yes.
When it comes down to third down situation or fourth down situation, we know who he's going to.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, but-
That's
absolutely.
obvious.
But
Everybody
when it
knows.
comes to Brock,
He can
you
go to
don't know
fucking
who
anywhere.
he's going to.
He can go to
You know what I
Brandon,
mean?
Debo,
Yeah.
Kittle, Chris McCaffrey,
Right.
himself.
saying.
Like, yeah, nah.
So there's that factor. But like I said, you got to get a tight end position to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
And
But
then
you can't
go-
discredit George Kittle like we said
Exactly.
because
He has a huge impact on
Yes,
that team,
Exactly.
whether receiving
So
or blocking
overall,
or whatever.
I say like this game is really like it's gonna be
It's
a
good.
great game to watch, especially it's accessible to everybody. It's on Paramount Plus. With that being said, then you got to look at the defense. The both defenses are doing phenomenal this
they're
year.
both doing good. But which one is better though?
If I had to,
I don't know.
If you had to
No,
pick,
if I had to pick a defense right now, I'm taking the Chiefs' defense.
just based off their
right-
playing, I would go with the Chiefs.
Just
too.
based, and it's not based off the way they've been like this all season. This defense has really been good.
It's kind of like a sleeper defense.
Yeah,
'cause
it's really a sleeper
we all
defense.
thought that they were
Yeah,
gonna be like,
because this
eh.
49ers defense been inconsistent.
Yeah, well,
They get
got
worked out by
absolutely
the run.
worked out by the run game.
And
both,
Isaiah
both,
Pacheco can
both,
do it.
Yeah,
He
both,
can
both
work them
playoff
out.
games. Both playoff games, they've got
I
worked
know,
by the run game.
and that's
You
what
know-
I'm saying. Isaiah Pacheco is a good running back, so
Right.
he might get work.
Right. You know, and
So that's what I'm saying. That's why he's a big factor on the defensive side of the 49ers because they can't stop Isaiah Pacheco. He's going to keep running.
right,
And you have Mahomes that can run too.
right, and they can put,
Yeah.
even Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he can go in there to spell Pacheco a little bit.
Oh yeah, he could
That's-
do a little something.
That to me is the that in
the
my
wow
opinion
factor.
anyway, that is the key component to this game here.
What, the run?
It's going to be the Chiefs offensive line versus the 49ers front four. That's where the game is really going to be won at.
The front four, I think if that's the case, then the 49ers are going to win it.
The Kansas City offense, their offensive line has been playing well.
It has.
And
But
they,
You gotta
Their
also
defensive
look at the
line is
defensive line on the
phenomenal.
49ers though. You got Nick Bosa,
Bosa,
you
yeah.
got Chase Young on that side.
Eric Armstead, you have Javon
That-
Hargrove.
the defensive line is stacked.
Is
It
elite,
really is.
Yes. But that Kansas City offensive line has been playing well. I've seen Mahomes have just
Yeah, but then
oodles
you
and noodles of time in that pocket to throw. Isaiah Pacheco's
But
been
listen,
successful.
the Kansas City defensive line, they got that guy that just got injured too. What's his name? Owamiyu or something like that.
I'm not sure, but you
there's-
still got your boy Chris
there's
Jones.
Chris
which
Jones.
He
is-
Yeah,
does,
and
but that's
everybody
what
else
everybody.
plays-
Chris Jones. If I had to compare him right now, it'd be like to Aaron Donald. They focusing on him and letting the other guy
Right.
go.
No, yeah.
But now the other guy's not
and
going.
here's the thing,
No, I know
though,
what you
and,
mean.
and the
You know
Chiefs,
what I mean?
and the Chiefs defense is not necessarily predicated on their front four.
No.
They blitz a lot. They have a lot of different blitz
Chuck
packages.
McDuffie goes through.
Right. You know, they have a
He's
lot
good
of different blitz packages. They have different ways to get pressure on the quarterback and to do other
Yeah,
different
but there's
things.
a lot of weapons he has. And like you said, he could double screen pass to Christian McCaffrey. He could take it 80 yards. He's
That's
done it.
Yeah.
McCaffrey can do everything.
You know,
He could do
and
whatever he
He
wants.
could dub it to George Kittle's too. George Kittle's could run 60
Right.
yards.
He's
score a
quick.
Touchdown. He's
Dude's
done
fast
it.
for a big
You
boy.
know what I mean?
Pause.
He can launch it down the field to Debo, Brandon Ayuk. They could do a screen pass to Debo.
Debo, and he
run
could take it to
Yeah.
take it 75 to the house.
Well,
yeah.
because Debo
That's
could
what I'm
play
saying.
running back too. He
Exactly.
did.
He plays
He
running
did it
back
for
too.
almost a whole year the one
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Before they got Christian McCaffrey,
And don't
he was
forget
exclusively
that
at that.
you
yeah.
also got that running back too that can make plays when he's in there. Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah
Yeah.
Mitchell.
He's
yeah.
really not that bad. They just don't play him as much. But when he's in, he got a
can-
touchdown last week.
against the Lions. He did.
You know what I
yes.
mean? Like, because even when he was playing that full season, like he cooked up for what he had to do. I think he played well.
So, I mean, for the experience and everything, you got to go to Chiefs. But then for overall on paper, but like I said,
Experience definitely.
on
Chiefs.
paper and everything's been hurting lately.
Here's the thing.
On paper, Ravens should have won. They didn't win.
I agree.
Right.
On paper, the Rams should have won. They didn't win.
Right.
The Lions, they had that whole first half of that game. They should have won technically going off of that first half.
And here's the thing: if you look at this thing on paper alone, the Chiefs have no business staying with the 49ers in this game based on talent alone.
Yeah.
You
Based
know,
on talent,
based
like
on talent,
overall talent or individual talent?
just
Because I feel like
overall
the
in
quarterback
itself.
talent. Like he said, I'm giving Patrick Mahomes way more credit than I ever want to. But like,
Because you have no choice.
I do have choices. I could just say that.
But then you be sitting here telling bold-faced lies.
Regardless, let me get this off for you. Stop, so you can stop blowing Patrick for a second.
You stop blowing.
Jesus
He's a
Christ.
quarterback god.
Damn.
All right, go ahead, continue.
Nah, I just want to make sure you're not gagged anymore.
Hey yo, you wild.
Regardless.
You mad?
So,
You mad? If this
you
was
gotta-
Joe
you gotta-
Burrow
you
sitting
gotta-
here,
you
you'd be
gotta
doing a whole
compare it.
slob job.
You gotta compare. This guy is wild. You gotta compare from how good he is compared to Brock Purdy. Because Mahomes could still run for 50 yards. He can still do what he
Yeah.
did. He could throw it. He could dump it off. He could act like he's gonna run and then
He makes
at
plays
the
out of
line of
nothing.
scrimmage from there. Brock Purdy's been doing that too, but he's not as effective as
No.
Mahomes, right? And then you got the tight end position. No matter what, even if you think Travis Kelce's a little bit better, he's a little more better than you think that he is compared to George Kittle's.
On the receiving side, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like that talent could like overshadow that in general. Christian McCaffrey has Isaiah Pacheco in talent, but Isaiah Pacheco is just a workhorse no matter what. He's not stopping unless you laying him out. You know,
Nah, I know
those
what you
legs
mean.
is turning.
Yes, but
So it's hard to do that. The biggest thing is their wide receiver core.
Wide receiver
And-
core is far better on the 49ers.
Yeah, but the
that's
thing
the only
is-
thing that could hurt.
But the thing is, like, both teams could capitalize on that loss. So, like, they could just do wild plays, Kansas City, and launch it to MVS. And he's going to catch that because he has multiple times.
here we go. We're gonna really sit here and talk about MVS. MVS is good for one. He did his one catch a year.
God.
What that had the impact. That's what
No, he
MVS does.
doesn't. He always does.
No,
He always does it.
no. You're gonna see it. No.
Regardless, let's get off our point.
if you
So,
wanna-
like I said, that they could just do a wild play and throw it down the field, and nobody expected going down there because their receiving core is trash. And then the same thing on the other hand, they could play prevent defense in the Kansas City Chiefs, and then when Brock Purdy throws it down, get a pick six. Because they know their receiver core is way better. So that's what I'm saying. They both could use it to their advantage no matter what.
Not really.
I mean, not really. You don't
Not
think MVS
really.
is catching that?
Not
He
really.
catches it all the
Not
time.
really. First off, listen, respect to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco. Those guys are the linchpin of that offense. Do not give that Kansas City Chiefs receiving core more credit than they deserve. Because they
MVS
don't.
steps up
They have
when he
been
needs
they
to.
have been a walking, dropping pass all season. They've done nothing, in my opinion, anyway, to make me feel
don't watch the
confident.
games.
Now, first off, you mean you don't watch the games?
It's good.
Like they drop passes all the time. They've done nothing to instill any sort of confidence that they can actually be difference makers in that game in any sort of round.
Okay, with that being said, even though they didn't exude confidence to you, he has the talent around them and himself to throw that pass, even if it's dropped. They still could do something else on the fourth down. They have. That's what I'm saying. You could go and throw the other team off and go for a deep ball when they didn't. They had no idea that you're gonna do that on the first down, and then maybe stars in line and MVS and Sky Moore and Richie James catch that. You know what I mean? It could happen.
Go ahead.
'Cause
I'll let you
as
continue.
Andy Reid, he would do that. I really
Yes.
think he would do that.
Yes,
And he'll take the chance. And even, let's say, even if they drop it, all right, Isaiah Pacheco's going to run it for 14 yards and get a first down next play. That's what I'm saying. They can use that to their advantage. That people discredit them so bad.
because they've done nothing to get any credit.
Exactly. So they can
So
use
they're
that
just
to their
gonna
advantage.
they're gonna just come out and surprise people.
They might. It's still the NFL.
It's still the NFL. Listen,
They still are they not still top tier receivers in their bracket where they were, or they're just
Who?
dog water?
who? Are you talking about the Chiefs receivers?
Talk about receivers in general. Any receiver in the NFL.
What about any
It's
receivers?
his job to catch the ball. You don't think they're gonna be able to eventually
And
get one?
and the Chiefs receivers tend to not
Christ.
do that.
I feel like if I threw you a pass, you'll catch one eventually.
I'll catch all the passes. All right, I'll catch all the passes.
All of them. I don't know about that.
But you're not gonna. No.
I'm just saying they're a top tier receiver
No.
regardless. Even if they're a bottom tier in the NFL, they're still top somewhere else.
No,
That's
listen.
what I'm saying.
I understand.
Eventually
No,
they're gonna-
I understand.
They're bound to catch.
I understand the point that you're making.
You
but
don't, because you're arguing.
no.
Just
no.
tell me I'm right.
No, I'm not gonna tell you you're right. I get what you're saying. Just in general, this guy with his food again. He's
Yeah,
you know,
he's giving ASMR right now.
I'm just letting y'all argue it out.
like you're gonna sit here and just say that We've watched enough Kansas City games this year.
I don't watch those games.
Oh, of course not, because
You're so biased.
you're so biased that
I'm
it's
not
crazy.
biased. I've been giving him so much credit that I ever wanted.
You just
to.
said, "Oh, I don't watch any of them."
I don't watch any of their games.
So you tell me you're not gonna
I
watch
said
Super
I
Bowl?
don't care to watch their games.
But
Why
you
is
see,
that?
but you've seen their games, and why not? Right? You hate to see
Does
what
that
an
have a
actual
reason?
quarterback
I
is
don't
supposed
like
to do.
I don't like to see Taylor Swift.
That's annoying. I'm tired of seeing Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing.
I
Taylor
think
Swift
everybody
too.
is. I don't give a fuck.
You know, Travis Kelce. Never mind. Never mind.
You know,
I
that's
don't-
Nah, I ain't gonna say.
I don't want to get us. I don't want to get.
You know
us,
what,
I don't want to
that's
get us
not-
flagged. I don't want to get us flagged. I'm
Yeah.
tired of seeing her too.
I
You
think
know,
even Chiefs fans are too, because my
Yeah.
uncle's a diehard Chiefs
Yeah.
fan, and he doesn't even want to watch the games because all he sees
Yeah.
is Taylor Swift.
There's some Chiefs
It's annoying,
fans
bro.
That I know that they came telling me that, I'm a Swiftie now.
Oh, hell
chill
no.
out.
Calm down. You guys are bandwagon. Calm down.
I could be a Chiefs fan. I'm never gonna be a Swifty fan just because
You've
you know
been a Swiftie
the dude on the
before.
team is dating a girl. Like
Like,
You told me you were a Swiftie before.
I ain't never said that. Maybe a Perry. I don't know.
Like, a fairy. They said a furry.
No, Furry's wild. Nah, I'm good.
All right, so let's go back to the defense. All right, who do you think is better in defense? The defensive line? We giving it to the 49ers? We said.
Wait,
Yeah.
what you said? Defensive line?
Yeah.
Yeah, 49ers.
49ers.
What about the middle linebackers?
49ers. That's Fred Warner in the middle there.
Yeah.
The best middle linebacker in the game, bro. Him and Dre Greenlaw, they're good.
They're good. I don't know about the best. That's wild. You still discrediting people. Don't just because they won, you can't discredit like Raekwon Smith and Patrick Queen. People like that.
I don't.
He's up there.
I
He's
don't-
up there, but you're saying the best. You're saying he's number one. And
I said
don't
I think he's the best middle linebacker in football. He has been for the past about 3 seasons already.
All
Of course.
Let's not get hot on this one now.
I'm surprised you didn't go out there and mention you know who, even though I say he's very good as well.
I'm
Who?
not saying none.
Say it.
His favorite middle linebacker, Logan Wilson. He thinks he
Well,
probably
I
thinks
didn't
he.
say anything like that. I'm just saying for you to give him the best. I mean, he's up there. Don't get me wrong. Fred Warner's up there, but overall the best. I don't know. That's argumentative, and we don't have time for that.
Not necessarily.
Regardless. All right. So and the secondary.
That's the Chiefs. I give that to the Chiefs. I think their
Yeah, I
cornerbacks
was
on the
gonna say Chiefs,
outside
too.
are really they're better than what the 49ers could put out, even though they have Travarius Ward out there.
So with that being said, if you're giving it to the Chiefs, that's what I'm saying. They can lock up the receivers, and the receivers are so good. But if they have good secondary and they can watch that, that's a game changer.
You're gonna have to ask the Kansas City linebackers to cover a Christian McCaffrey and a George Kittle. That is a matchup nightmare for the Chiefs, and the Chiefs don't want no part of that matchup because they're gonna lose most of the time in that matchup.
Yeah, but like I said, the secondary is so good they can eventually stop them.
The secondary is good enough where they can limit a Debo
I
Samuel.
just think it's
and
gonna be
limit-
overall like analytic game. Like if you're looking at it in the football perspective, and you're looking at it like, damn, look, I can't believe they're doing cover 3. Hey, look, if you're looking at it in detail like that, that's how I look at it. It's gonna be a great, phenomenal game from that rate. But you never know, like I said,
And like
because
I
Kansas City got to work to get this one.
They're gonna have to, especially on defense. And I think even though with them being good in the secondary, like I said before, the Chiefs, a lot of their defensive success is predicated on their different blitz packages. You know, so
Yeah, but
Well-
if you blitz him with the safety, then you get one-on-one coverage to Debo.
and that's the thing. The 49ers have too many weapons on the outside, inside, everywhere. Where if you don't get home and get Brock Purdy under that type of pressure, because we know if you pressure Brock Purdy enough, he's prone to give turnovers.
Oh, he folds.
He's prone to turn over
Just
the
look
football.
at what he did when they went against the Ravens.
Ravens, right? You
He
get
threw what, 3 picks or
4.
whatever? Fuck what? 4? Yeah,
4 picks.
like,
So if you
pressure
Some of
him,
that
he
wasn't
folds.
his fault. Like it was tip passes and one drop. But yeah,
But-
yeah, you're right.
you know,
You still pressure him,
You
he
still,
folds.
if you get enough pressure on Brock Purdy, he's prone to making mistakes. That's the best. As far as for what the Chiefs could do, and the Chiefs can get pressure on Brock Purdy and force him into mistakes, that's going to be a huge advantage for the Chiefs. Because
you said that offensive line is good in the 49ers too. The defensive line is not amazing, but just Chris Jones is he's a
no,
He's
because
good.
no,
game changer.
he is a game changer. But I'm talking about in regards to how the Chiefs how they play defense. They have the same defensive coordinator that was with the Giants when they won their Super Bowls. So I'm kind of familiar with how their defense is. The only difference between the Giants and the Chiefs is that the Giants had an excellent front four where he didn't need to blitz that much. He did it.
But they didn't say receiver core.
going back to
Here we go. Oh my God.
going back to touching up on
Much
what
better
we're saying
receiver
about
core, by the way.
giving a quarterback pressure because then he folds like Brock Purdy. it's weird. I feel like if you give Mahomes the pressure, he just plays sometimes better.
Yeah.
When he's under pressure, he just makes fucking plays that shouldn't even happen.
He
And I'm not
improvises,
sitting over here
yeah.
glazing him, but it's just true.
No,
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
You're not wrong.
I'm not glazing him. I'm just
wasn't ready for that.
Oh, my fault.
Don't
my fault.
listen. No. Everything you just said was absolutely correct. Do not let this guy, his
I
bias.
didn't say anything.
Nah, he was talking about me saying glazing.
Jesus.
That's the best way of me saying. Yeah, I ain't saying it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
But it's
No,
true.
I
Like
agree.
when you give him
A
a lot of pressure, for some reason I feel like he makes plays that he shouldn't be fucking making work.
So, with that being said, you think they shouldn't even blitz? Leave him in the pocket and
See,
make him use
that's
his
my
receivers?
thing is that
that's, a great,
that's what I'm
great
trying to
game
say.
plan.
That's what I'm trying to say because if you blitz him too much, he makes plays that shouldn't fucking happen
Yeah, and if you just
all the
play
time.
the coverage,
But now
then
if you just play the
can't throw.
coverage, you're gonna
The
lock him up.
Receivers can't do
If
it.
you just play the coverage and if you have like a linebacker or somebody just spy him
Fred
and
Warner.
watch where he goes, right?
Eventually,
I feel like that will work a little bit better because when you give him pressure, it brings all the fucking cornerbacks
Scramble
in more,
drill,
and then that's when he makes those fucking plays that shouldn't happen.
Amazing.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like I'm not
great
saying
point.
like you got to do that the whole
No,
game,
no,
but
great point.
I feel like that's a
and then you got
point
to
you
make
got to do.
him use his
Yes,
receivers that
because then
they
you just
haven't been as
do
great.
coverage, you make him sit in that pocket, and you just covers the wide receivers, and I feel like that's better than pressuring him because when you pressure him, he just makes shit happen.
yeah,
that
but
shouldn't happen.
you can't let him sit in that pocket.
No,
and get
I'm not
comfortable.
saying
No,
the
but
whole
you-
game, but
But
if
throw
you
him
have a
off.
spy like
Throw him
Fred
off.
Warner, as credit as much you gave him, being the best linebacker, he's not going far.
You got to give him a spy, right? And then if you notice him starting to get comfortable, you start blitzing him, and then he'll throw his game
It's a
off,
great
right?
game plan.
And then the minute he starts, getting comfortable, getting
There's
blitzed,
There's only
throw
one
it back.
flaw to that game plan, and it's Isaiah Pacheco. If he just runs through it,
Yes,
he's getting first downs every single time.
yes.
The thing is, Patrick Mahomes really is never really looking to run with the football. He's always looking to throw. Now he'll scramble and he'll try to improvise to make plays, but he's not like a Lamar
but
Jackson.
That's
He's
what I'm
not
saying.
like-
Make
he's
him
not-
sit in that pocket.
But if with the receiving corps that you know he has, and he knows he's frustrated, and everybody knows how this is the worst receiving corps he's had, now he has to utilize them. And then that
If you
would be
make him sit in that
something
pocket,
there.
yes, he has to
And then
throw to the
what's
wide
going to
receivers.
happen? They're going to throw it, and then he's
And-
going to drop it.
all right, so
statistically, the drop.
All right, so let's put the other side of the argument to that. If let's say they let him sit in the pocket, right?
Sure.
Andy Reid is one of the greatest offensive minds to ever coach this game. He's going to see that and he is going to make adjustments. But that may not work.
That's
that
what I'm
may
saying.
work for a little bit.
That's what I just. And then you swap it back. You got to throw the game off. You can't let him keep doing the same thing over and over and over. When you keep pressuring him, he knows what the fuck he's doing because every time he gets pressured, like we just said, he
Yeah.
can make plays that
Yeah,
honestly
big
you
plays.
shouldn't be fucking
Right.
making.
right.
You got to throw his game off. So make him
Scramble
sit in that
drills is
pocket,
ridiculous,
and he's
man.
gonna be like, "Oh shit, I gotta actually throw to a wide receiver now."
And the only way I think that game plan works is if they run Isaiah Pacheco, which I think that should be first. That should be first and foremost.
Which I think they're going to.
Because the 49ers have shown in this playoffs and even parts of the regular
Yeah.
season, they struggle stopping the run for
Yeah.
some
Which
reason.
I think that's the smartest plan for the.
yeah, I
And
don't.
then Pacheco get 100 yards easy.
Yeah, I don't
Touchdowns.
understand. For a good front seven that the 49ers have, they struggle stopping the run. That is almost insane. You know,
They do. They struggle. How many yards did Detroit got?
Detroit, what?
Rush-
A lot. I don't know, but it was a lot.
See, I want to say this, but I know you guys are going to be like being dicks about it. But regardless, when we played the 49ers, Joe Mixon had over 100 yards and I think 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
So, like, you're absolutely right. Like, if you run it good, they're folding.
right. And that's when you can start setting up the play action. You can start doing other things. And that's the other part.
But that's what I said. That Isaiah Pacheco is the key changer for that.
Yeah, he has to be, because if you stop, if they contain Isaiah Pacheco to where he doesn't have that big of an influence on the game, of course I trust Patrick Mahomes with the game plan, but now you make it just doubly difficult for the Chiefs because now you're forcing them into having to pass, and you're going to expose those receivers. Enough
That's
passes,
what you gotta do.
You're going to expose those receivers. John, I'm telling you, they've dropped passes all year.
I know, and I like the game plan.
All year.
And
Like-
I'm not discrediting him, but
Yeah,
even
I-
Travis Kelce was dropping
Even
passes
Travis-
that he shouldn't
yes,
have
that he
fucking
shouldn't-
dropped.
you're right.
That
But-
almost costed them.
But
Yes.
that's Travis Kelce in his regular season. Travis Kelce in the postseason
No,
is different
everybody
too.
says that, but that's not my point. I'm just saying, like, everybody can have their bad game, right? all it takes for him is to drop 2 passes, and he's just gonna get his game thrown off.
Right.
He's gonna get frustrated
Because
and
Taylor
he could just throw himself
because
off.
Taylor's gonna be looking at the game, him dropping passes, and she's gonna be like, "Ooh, that Debo Samuel," you know.
You know,
You see the prices of the suites? That threw me out too. I was just thinking about it when you said
They're over like 10 grand, I think,
easily
right?
could be afforded.
1.5.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
it.
easily.
That's normal
Easily.
tickets. I was looking at them. 10
Easily
grand.
could be afforded. But I'm gonna tell you this much though: the
No,
49ers,
2.5, I think.
the
For
49ers,
5 hours.
the 49ers, if they just say, "Hey, we're gonna double Kelsey, and we're gonna make any one of those receivers beat us," that is a great game plan. That is a great game plan.
MVS is a game changer. Mark my words. MVS touchdown. Put it in. Put it in. MVS over the yards amount. What's the yards?
don't know.
I bet you his yards is set at probably like 29 and a half.
What's his yards?
I don't know.
One catch is going to be 30, 40 yards. Put it in.
Hey, yo. Say pause. Say
You are
pause.
on. MVS.
He's not even gonna be whatever for 40 yards. I get you. When you go,
What's his over and under?
Oh, chill out.
when you go to
I don't wanna hear
FanDuel
this
and
guy.
you'll see. All right.
Who? You want MVS?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, hold on, bro. I'm getting to it right now. Chill out, gang.
This guy with MVS.
MVS, 19.5.
Over 19. I guarantee you. See?
That's how.
I bet you he gets over 19.
All right, let's look at his touchdown props. Hold on now. Hold on. Oh, this shit's crazy.
I bet you he gets over 19.
His touchdown
One
is
pass.
his touchdown is plus 550.
Which means if he even gets a touchdown, you know how much you're winning on.
I don't know about the touchdown.
Touchdown is
over
550.
to 19.
Plus 550, right? Let's say if he gets a touchdown and if he goes over 19 and a half, just off of $10. I mean, it's not much, but
Where is it?
just say, if you just do like $10, that's what the touchdown and the over.
And he has to get what 20 yards.
He has to get 20 yards.
And he will.
I'm not saying he ain't capable of getting 20
Tell
yards.
you.
What I'm
Put
it
saying,
in.
what I'm
Over
no, no.
19.
What I'm saying is,
MVS.
you sitting here making it seem like MVS is going to have a critical impact on the game,
I bet you gets a critical pass like he always does.
and nobody's not saying that he
You
won't.
just said that.
No. You're saying that MVS is supposed to have some sort of an impact on the game, bro. Like, oh, you gotta watch MVS. MVS do what? Drop passes? He might be good for a 30, 40-yard bomb.
Keep that same energy.
And I will.
Keep that same
I
energy.
absolutely will. I absolutely will.
What are you doing if he puts up 2 touchdowns and 150 yards?
Listen,
You're blowing him.
hey, yo, never. But you know what? I'm so confident. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, yeah,
That's
how
not
What's not gonna happen? Hold on. What's not gonna
It's not
happen?
gonna happen.
That's
First
bad.
off,
Something reasonable. No. What's not gonna happen?
no,
Over
no.
20 yards or a touchdown?
no. Anybody can get a touchdown, and I think he'll get.
Anybody could get to. That's so
No,
false.
no,
Deontay
no.
Johnson could get a touchdown for a whole year.
Yo, you gotta chill.
Anyways, my fault.
You gotta chill on Deontay Johnson.
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
No, yes, you did.
Nah, I meant it. Yeah.
His Interstellar fandom came out right now. We said the touchdowns, and he said Deontay Johnson.
Sorry.
He's got some PTSD.
How you not get a touchdown for a whole year when you wide receiver 1?
What did Deontay Johnson do to you that's got you?
not catch a touchdown a whole season.
Yo, you're triggered by Deontay.
His last one was with Big Ben. I mean, that was crazy. My fault. Let's move on.
So what you gonna do? You so sure yourself? What you gonna do?
I'm so
What you gonna call
sure
it?
you sitting here talking about 150 yards and 2
That was just
touchdowns.
a joke.
I don't
That
know.
was just a
I'm
joke.
saying
Please
over
be-
his yards.
Over
That
his
he
yards.
He's not a,
Over
he's
20
not a
yards.
game changer.
The bar is set so low. Are you kidding me?
You can't get 5 yards.
I could get first off.
You would get trucked after 2.
Crazy?
Nah,
I get.
he
I
gets
get
the ball. His helmet's coming off and everything.
Listen, I'll get 20 on one reception plus the other 60 with
Yeah,
yards
let's
at the
go.
Oh,
catch.
shut the fuck
Let me
up.
tell you
60
something.
at the catch.
And this is
You
all
ain't running, dog.
I'm getting yak yards. This is with a steel plate and 6 pins in my knee. I'm out of there.
You ain't moving.
All right.
That cold weather gonna affect you.
Are you crazy? I'm gonna have the thermal on underneath. I'm gonna have the heating pad.
Actually, nah, it's in Vegas. You'll be
It's in
straight.
Vegas.
Never mind.
You know?
You'll be. Yeah, it's in Vegas. You'll be sweating. your dick off.
In the desert. But no, all right. I think MVS.
He's gonna get over 19.
Because, yes, the bar is set that low. Over 19, yes. Because, as you said, the one thing I do agree with you, he is good from time to time for a big play, a 30 or 40-yard catch. He's good for that. And to say that he can't do that, I would be lying because I've seen that before. But I've also seen him not be productive a whole lot more than I've seen him catch those bombs.
MVS over 19. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna look at the other ones.
All right.
If you would have said Rashid Rice, I would have been like, all right, you know what? I'll give that to you.
Rasheed Rice. You want to know they have him at? What
Please.
If you had to pick,
50.
That I would say, I'm going to say 50 as well, yeah.
67 and a half.
Okay.
Because he's their wide receiver one. That's
He
right.
is. He is.
Right, and he's been their most consistent as a rookie. He's been their most consistent wide receiver.
Yeah.
What's Kelsey got? 60?
72.5.
Jesus.
And then
He's got to work.
Debo's at 59.5. Kittle's at 49.5. And then
Okay.
Brandon Ayuk's at 63.5.
Because he's been getting more than.
You want to know what they have McCaffrey at as a running back? It's kind of crazy. 33.5 for running backs. Wow. For receiving yards?
all receiving?
Receiving yards. Yeah,
That's kind of crazy in my opinion.
because they have
But
no
not rushing is a whole different fucking
Yeah, right, but they have no. The Chiefs' rush defense actually has been pretty.
So you're picking the Niners.
Yes.
You're picking.
I would
Chiefs?
just go with the Chiefs, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard, bro, because that's such a close game.
I
It's
would-
a lot closer, even though all the
I
stuff we're
wouldn't
talking
even
right
pick
now.
a team. I'll play the things like
I want to play in the
MVS
middle
over
because I don't know.
19. You know what I mean? If it take the spread 2 points.
Wait. We're not talking a betting line. We're making predictions. Oh, I'm going to take. Come on, what are you doing?
I'm down to make a little bet line at the end.
Make
Of it.
a choice. Make a choice.
Is it with the is with the Are we doing it with the spread or without the spread?
No, I was just gonna do
The
it.
spread is 2.5. There's really not
Yeah.
much in
I would
between the
just do
spread.
money
Field
line.
goal. Who has a better field goal kicker? To me, it's
Kansas City.
It's Kansas City, yeah. Harrison Buckner is a
I'll pick Kansas City because of
If
that.
I'm doing a spread, I'll pick Kansas City.
That's
Then
what I'm saying.
200%.
So that means you guys would be taking Kansas City outright to win the game.
Basically,
That's what the
'Cause
2.5
and
does.
it's
It
hard
takes them
because
outright to win the
it
game.
can go either way. So it's like it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, I can't really pick. But if I had to pick, I guess the Chiefs, just based off of knowledge of the Super Bowl
an experience.
and experience and alone.
Yeah.
But if you're
Yeah.
going based off of sheer talent on like across the whole team, it's still tough. But I feel like
I'm gonna steal something off
the
what you
49ers
said.
will have a little bit more weapons, but you still have the quarterback god on that team,
I
and you have
just-
the best tight end in the league.
Yeah, he is.
So it's just hard. But
They got two people who are the
but the
best at their
49ers
position in
have the
football.
best
Yeah.
running back in the league, and they have two
Yeah.
crazy receivers, and they still have George Kittle. So it's like, bro,
And George
your
Kittle-
odds are like this.
and
It
George
don't
Kittle-
matter how you look at
And
it.
George,
Great
Kittle,
game.
and George
That's what
Kittle
I'm
is a top 3 or 4 tight end
That's
in
what
this
I
league.
said. That's
so,
what I said.
So when you could just say, and they still got George Kittle, like George Kittle is not like, you know,
He's 100% top 3. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
What
Like,
who I want to
you
win
keep
is
going
the
like
Niners,
this, you don't know.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City wins.
No, and again, I'll say that again for a disclaimer. I will not be surprised if the Chiefs win this game. I will not be surprised at all.
I won't be
At
surprised
all.
if 49ers win. That's how I feel.
I
Like,
feel like the 49ers need to win though. They've been going. Too
I feel like
far.
I feel like they need to win too because they have the best talent across the whole team.
Doesn't that team get dismantled because of salary
But-
cap next year?
No.
because they're not paying Brock Purdy.
Yeah, because
They haven't paid. They haven't paid Brock Purdy, so they can continue to keep putting talent around him for at least another year or two before they have to, if they decide that he's their quarterback, to give him that contract.
We still have like another
Yeah,
10
no.
minutes on top of that. More minus up.
All right, we'll move forward. Like I said, with football season being over, we are going to transition to other sports. That's why we're called the Sports Cast. But we've been mainly focusing on football because that's all we mainly enjoy and love, and it's get detailed with the weekly and everything. It's kind of hard to get detailed in basketball when you have 4 games in one night.
Or you have, or a team has 4 games a week.
But with that being
you know?
said, I like to touch on some basketball, but I know Dice said he wants to touch on some UFC. That's his specialty, so I'll swing it over to you.
All right, so you got UFC 298 coming up February 17th, right? You got Alexander Volkanovski versus I don't even know how
What's the weight
to
class?
say his name. Featherweight. It's the main event. He's got
Alright.
Alexander's got the title for the featherweight versus I don't even know how to say his name. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how the fuck to say that.
Yeah, superior.
Tuperia. I'm going with Volk because Volk's just an absolute fucking tank.
Well, he's a
If I
champion,
had to.
right? So you think
He's a
gonna,
champ,
he's gonna
but
maintain
it's not
his
even
title?
that. That dude's just a tank,
What's the record?
huh?
I don't know.
Nah,
I take the underdog. He's 14-0.
he's gonna be the underdog by a
He's
lot
gonna-
because,
because-
bro, Alexander Volk is an absolute fucking beast.
He's 14-0.
You don't know.
He's no slouch.
Yeah,
He's 14-0.
you can't slouch on Volk. That
I'm
dude,
not,
that
but-
dude, in my opinion, beat Islam at least twice. I don't give a fuck. Islam
Who's
did
that?
not win. Then you got Robert
Oh.
Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. Honestly, I'm going with Costa on this one. That motherfucker
I've
got
seen
he's
him
juiced.
take a fight.
Who?
Take a fight. I don't know. I like him better, but he has a losing record so far that he's been. I've seen him on the
I'm going
decoy.
with Costa because that dude, he's got some weird special juice that he be drinking. and then for the welterweight, you got Ian Gary versus Geoff Neal. I'm going Ian Gary because that's like my second Conor McGregor.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
100%. Dude's 13-0. He's Irish too, but he's nuts.
You don't give credit to a 14-year-old guy, but you give credit to a 13-year-old.
Because I know what Ian Gary can do. I don't know who the fuck Tuporia is or whoever that guy is. I don't know who that is. So I'm not gonna just pick somebody because I don't know who he is.
I've been dipping and dabbing in the UFC. I mean, they used to go hard on that when Diego the Nightmare Sanchez.
But I mean, this card ain't bad. I mean, there's other cards that are definitely better in my opinion. Like I'm excited for was it the one in March? That one's gonna be good. You got a lot of good fighters fighting. You got Sean, Dustin Poirier, Kevin Holland, Gilbert Burns. That's my boy. Even Peter Yan's fighting in that fight too. That card's stacked.
As good as people
Shut
think.
the fuck.
I really don't.
He just knocked out. Jesus Christ, what's his name for the fucking title? You know what I mean? I forget his name,
I
but
don't think he's that good. That's just me. I mean, he's a good fighter, but I don't think he's as top tier as everybody thinks.
he knocked out Aljamain Sterling for the title fight.
Sure.
He said sure.
That's not gonna change my opinion of him.
Personally, he's 17-0, but whatever. We're not gonna go there.
No, I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's faced anybody phenomenal.
He went against Aljamain Sterling, the one that had the fucking title holder too. You can't even say that.
What if he gets knocked out this game? This one.
Well, then he gets knocked out. Where do you want me to put it?
Stupid.
That goes the same when fucking Michael Chandler goes against my boy Conor McGregor. I don't give a fuck if Conor McGregor somehow gets knocked out, which isn't gonna happen. That's my man's. Conor McGregor's gonna win. All right.
Well,
Conor McGregor's gonna win.
I think they got this one. The one here coming up is nice. The one not 299, but 300 looks like that's going to be a huge card right there. Max Holloway is back.
Oh yeah, that one's gonna be good.
It looks like that's going to be a great card there too.
Yeah, Holloway, Justin Gaethje, Charles
too.
Oliveira. Yeah, that one's not bad.
When's that?
That
one is April 13th. So we got a while for that.
Yeah.
Even your boy Aljamain Sterling, he got knocked out by Sugar Sean O'Malley, but we're not gonna go there. It's all good.
He's gonna come back with a vengeance.
He's got a while. But this next card ain't bad. It's alright. I'm just waiting for my boy Conor McGregor. That's it.
Oh boy.
That's it.
I think
What?
he's too aged.
No,
Have you
too
fucking?
bigger.
no, but he's
He's going up in weight class
but he's
because
going up,
he's fucking huge.
But he's going up like what 2-3 weight classes.
Exactly.
He's not even going up a single weight class.
Look.
He's going up like 2 or 3 levels in weight class.
Y'all are sleeping on him.
And then you gotta compare it to what people
Have you seen?
already
Have
in
you
that weight
seen?
class.
Have you seen Conor McGregor fight at this so-called new weight class that he's about to get into? Do you know if he might have in any of his skills that he might have done as a lightweight might have eroded, being that he hadn't put on more pounds?
The
and more muscle?
downfall is he's not going to be as athletic as he was when he was lighter, right?
Okay.
But his punching power is
You mean fast?
way greater.
He could be saying that for.
It's way greater. His punching power is way greater. That's
Yeah,
just a fact based off of just
And he's
his mass.
And I'm assuming he's going to be fighting guys with experience.
He's fighting Michael Chandler. Yeah, I mean,
Who?
the dude's.
who has experience in fighting in that weight class and who knows how to, Conor McGregor, this is going to be his first, foray into this weight class here.
I'm so done with Conor McGregor, man. I don't give a fuck.
And respectfully, I
Till
mean,
he dies.
he's your GOAT, right? He's your UFC
He's
GOAT?
my GOAT, yep. Besides him and
John Jones.
John Jones, yeah. I mean, he's the best heavyweight for sure. But Conor McGregor's my GOAT.
This guy.
Yeah, I tell you.
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you.
Just saying.
I guess.
I mean, listen. Once that fight gets here, that's gonna be an interesting program.
Oh, my God.
That's gonna be an interesting program.
If he wins, bro, I'm coming in with the fucking coming in with the Irish flag and everything.
Are you even Irish?
Huh?
Are you even
Hell no. Do I look Irish?
I don't know. No comment.
No,
Nah, go ahead, comment.
No comment.
Yeah, we'll save it after the pod.
and isn't one thing of the last thing on McGregor? Isn't this McGregor? This is his first fight after his injury.
Yes.
How many years
but
has it been since his first?
I think it's been like 3 or 4 since he broke his leg, but
yeah.
he's got a whole ass metal rod down his whole leg.
That's cheating.
He's the I want to know what the doctor said. The doctor said that you can't ever break that leg again. He's got a whole ass metal rod.
Yeah.
probably
If that motherfucker
titanium.
kicks you up the head, you're gonna feel that shit.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
It
That
It
way-
is cheating.
yeah.
It is
But-
cheating.
What are you gonna do, man? He broke his fucking ankle.
They won't. I guarantee you, they won't go after that leg. I tell you that,
Bro, you kick that leg, you're gonna break your own ankle.
Yeah.
It's a fucking titanium rod in his leg,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
No. The UFC kickers be like the kicks they be
Yeah,
doing
you're gonna
is
have to go
ridiculous.
after his fucking thighs. If you go after his fucking shins, you're gonna break your shin.
Maybe I seen that shit too.
Well, that's what happened to him. His leg was fractured going into that fight, right? But he was throwing leg kicks because he just doesn't give a fuck. That's just he fought that fight with a fractured ankle to begin with, and it's a fact. You can watch his documentary. I did, my dad did. We both loved it, right? It was amazing.
Wow.
He went into that fight with a fractured ankle to begin with. He didn't want to pull out of the fight because he's just not a bitch. That's just how he is.
Yeah.
He wanted to fight it. Took a step back because he's throwing mad leg kicks.
Yeah.
Rolled it.
Shit broke. You know what I mean? And he still fought. And then afterwards, he was still talking trash because, Dustin Girls was in his DMs. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Yeah, that was crazy.
How do you break your ankle and still talk shit? I'm just saying, like, he's gangster for that. Am I wrong? You broke your whole ass ankle and you're still talking mad shit.
No. I mean, listen. Imagine what he could say to this. He's like, yo, listen. You might have
Your
broke my
wife is in
ankle,
me DMs.
but your wife in my DMs. If you ain't careful, guess what? She won't be coming home to you.
I mean,
You know,
that's crazy.
with his Irish accent, man.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
You know.
You want to touch up on some basketball?
That's all y'all.
I saw your Knicks been going good lately.
Nah,
Oh, you're a Knicks fan?
Yeah, we lost.
Didn't even know.
He doesn't even know. You see,
Yes,
nobody
yes,
knows
no.
that
Didn't
you
even know.
He hurt his ankle last night.
Who?
Brunson.
Oh, I was so confused.
Yeah, Brunson hurt his ankle last night.
You know what threw me off about the Knicks? Like, I didn't think you guys would be that good after losing RJ Barrett. You guys turned it completely around.
I knew we would be.
I mean, as a
I like RJ
You should say
Barrett,
that.
but once I found out who he was getting, who we was trading him for, I'm like, we're gonna be a better team. Just because he fits the team and what we do a lot better than what RJ Barrett did. RJ Barrett was good in his own right, depending on what it was, but he
They were
just
saying it was taking him too long to
develop.
Yeah, to develop.
Yes, he's in his 4th NBA season now. He's been
So is Zion.
he's been relatively healthy. But him and Zion were teammates, but Zion was a consensus number 1 overall. And the only reason Zion is not talked about as a dominant force is because he can't keep the weight off and he can't stay away from porn stars.
Yeah, well,
He was
boy.
a cannon, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, boy.
Yeah.
It's like that video of him on Instagram and stuff with that girl.
But he's still a phenomenal player, but he's just inconsistent.
Yeah,
as a
he
foul.
can't stay healthy.
Did you see last night that Kyrie Irving catching an alley oop? Oh my man still got it.
Kyrie's catching alleys now.
Yeah, that threw off Luka crazy. Luka was like, "What the hell?" Grabbed his head and everything. Hey, he's catching alleys with his new sneaker deal.
I'm happy for Kyrie Irving. He got his last few weeks in Jersey and in Brooklyn. He got a bad unfair rap. The Nets did him dirty. And that's why
Nets been
Kevin
doing a lot of
Durant
people dirty.
and that's why Durant was like, I'm out. I don't want to stay no more. That franchise.
Durant's been hopping around a whole bunch of times. No matter what, you gotta look at that because he's been doing it for ever since he left Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City's nice now.
Wow, yeah.
Oklahoma City's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, Shea, yeah.
Yeah.
That boy did, and they got Chet Holmgren.
Yeah,
I think they're like the number 2 seed in the West right
Yeah.
now with that team.
Yeah.
The problem with Oklahoma City is that they tend to not pay
Yeah.
their players. They'll trade their players and develop them before they have to pay them.
They're gonna pay.
They're gonna have to pay Shai. They're gonna have to pay him.
Or
No. They're
They're
going
gonna,
to have to.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna get the Supermax for
He's the next. As far as 2 guards go in the league, he's that next. You know what I'm saying? Him, Anthony Edwards, those guys
Anthony Edwards
are the
phenomenal.
next wave of superstar 2 guards in this league right now.
Anthony Edwards always been great though, but I feel like he's been like quiet and then shining, then quiet and shining.
And the only reason Shai is just starting to get noticed now is because he's been
He's
traded
been
a
great for the
couple.
last 2
He's been traded a couple of times, so he's never had from the moment he got in the A, he never really had a chance to kind of get himself settled in with a team.
I gotta touch up on something.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
Oh.
And then there's something else too.
Oh,
Alright.
by all means, you got the floor, Dice.
All right, so just going back to the NFL real quick. So Steelers, right? This past, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I forget what it was. They fired their wide receiver coach, right? You see what they're looking into picking up? They're looking at picking up Hines Ward as the coach.
It's not a bad pickup.
Not at all.
Phenomenal pickup.
He was a coach in he was coached on XFL for like the San Antonio
Yeah.
or wherever the fuck it is. But when he played with us as a wide receiver, I mean,
He was great.
He was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
He was great.
Dude was amazing.
Yeah.
He has over what? He has over 800 catches in his career.
He's amazing.
Playoff experience, Super Bowl
Super Bowl
experience.
experience, everything.
That guy as a wide receiver.
Wide receiver coach, and he was a coach on a college team, and then he went into the XFL as a coach.
And maybe he could help Deontay Johnson.
He can also, help out the defense on how to, hit people too. But
Yeah, he was a
He was a
ferocious
cannon.
blocker.
Yeah, he was a cannon.
Oh, his
Yeah.
blocking skills at the receiver position was
Yeah.
second to none.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
I
you
saw
could run the
that,
ball.
That shit got me hyped because I was like, honestly, I feel like he would be a good fit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
easy fit.
And he worked under Mike Tomlin. Like,
Yep,
he knows that whole
it's
system.
It's
And
only
here-
what they want to pay him. It's only what he agrees.
And, no,
See,
and here's the
I
thing.
don't know- I don't even know if he'd be one of those people that care about the money like that.
No, you know what? I also
still gotta
now
look.
now my conspiracy
I mean,
my,
yeah.
my conspiracy theorist is coming into play right now. Now, what if they say, Hines, where you coming? You the wide receiver coach, but keep your seat warm, though, because we might be trying to slide Tomlin out of here if he doesn't produce.
Becomes the
and-
next
and-
head coach.
and becomes the next head coach. That way, we don't get backlash
I mean,
for firing Tomlin.
People wouldn't hate it. I mean,
That's true.
they wouldn't hate on it as much as if
You have been
they put
saying
in
that
some
you think
fucking
that
random ass
they've been
bump.
like, they've been like setting them up.
Low key, and I
You
mean,
never know.
the Steelers, what they got? 2 Super Bowls under Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
Like, he's not a bad coach at all.
No.
I know the Steelers are used to a certain way that things need to be done. They need to be damn near in contention every single year. That's the standard.
But I'm tired of that standard, if it makes sense. I'm tired of we get the winning record and then,
That's all you got.
all right, good job, guys. Like, I feel like that's all that they care about is just get the fucking winning record and then that's it. Like, bro, like,
So you think
care about going to the Super Bowl.
You think Tomlin should be out of there?
I'm not saying that he should be out of there, but I feel like you got to
to
change the mentality because it's like that's all that they talk about all year long is winning record, winning record, winning record. It's like, bro, I want to go to the fucking Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Your conference.
I feel like that's our small. I feel like
Hardest
that's our
conference in the
standard
league.
every fucking year. Is that all they care about is the winning record? That's all that you hear get talked about when it comes to the fucking Mike Tomlin is the winning record bullshit.
That's facts, though.
But you know what it is?
It's just
though?
kind of annoying after a while.
You guys always have a winning record to a point where
Yeah, the hardest
you
division
guys
in football.
don't even get a high draft pick.
I
You
know.
guys have to get from like the middle tiers, bottom tiers of first round talent.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, if you guys
It's
lose,
not always a good thing sometimes.
it's not a good thing. It's not
Always
a good
having a
thing.
winning record.
It's not because
God.
you guys don't get the like. Obviously, the impact players are going to be more at the top of the draft.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that, you know, you guys are consistently there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you guys are running into teams who are just more talented than
Yeah.
what you guys are. It's not no knock on you guys for how y'all do what y'all do. TJ Watt's still the best defensive player in the NFL, by the way. I still give him his flowers, bro. But,
100%.
you know,
And
I-
also,
If he
right?
stays healthy.
Yeah, but
Even
I mean,
when
if
he
you
does
play
this-
with if you play with a torn pec almost the whole game,
That's
you're
what
just
I'm
you're
saying.
gangster for that.
Yo,
That's
he's-
all I gotta say.
Yeah, but
Every
that
season,
affects him
even
overall.
if
Yeah.
he's out half the season, he's still a walking 11, 12 sacks a year, missing half a season.
Yeah,
Dude he's a
No,
the one
I'm
season
not
he was
saying
hurt
he's
for
not.
5 games and he still dropped like 20 some sacks.
it's crazy.
He won the sack record for that year.
That's crazy.
And also, your boy, my boy Le'Veon Bell was on Snapchat saying that he wants to come back to the league, but he's only playing for one team. He said, "I'm only gonna play for the Steelers." You think that they would ever pick up Le'Veon Bell? I don't think you can at this point.
No, I tell you what they did though. The Steelers didn't do right by him because they franchise tagged him like 3 years in a row
Yeah.
when they should have gave him his money.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the running back position. If you really want to think about who started the value in that position, it starts with the Steelers
Yeah.
because they had
We've always had
they
the
had
running
a,
backs
they had a,
down.
Le'Veon
Yeah.
Bell when he was with the Steelers was a top tier running back. Some people argue he was the best running back in the league at that point.
In that time, I would
Yeah.
say so too. And I'm not being biased.
And,
It's just,
and to
his
say
talent
that
is
he didn't
insane.
deserve to get that extension or the security of an extension, but we're going to keep franchising you, paying you in the top 5 of running backs. Le'Veon Bell just said, "Yo, I had enough of getting franchise tag. I go out here, I run, I pass, I catch the ball, I block. I'm one of the biggest weapons you have on your team. You're not willing to give me a contract. Hell, I'll go out and take a year off."
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe he should have just stuck with the Steelers. Look what happened.
No,
Facts.
right.
Look
no,
what happened. You went
look-
to the fucking Jets. They didn't even use you.
No,
And
they-
then he was on Baltimore, I think, for like not even a half a year, but
Yeah,
he was in the
hey.
stands the whole fucking year.
Wasn't he also? Didn't he play for the Chiefs? Didn't he have like a 2 or 3 game
Yeah.
run with the Chiefs as
Yeah,
well?
that's what I'm saying, bro. Half of the people that left the Steelers
have never been the
always
same
turned
player.
to shit. The
Right.
only person that has always kept his standard was Antonio Brown.
Brown, right?
That was it.
Because I remember, what's his name, Mike Wallace, when he was with the
Yep.
Steelers. He went to Baltimore, Miami. After that, nothing.
Yep.
Emmanuel Sanders. He had a little bit of success in Denver, but really, his biggest success though was in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
You know?
Everybody's success that was in Pittsburgh, as soon as they left, that's it. They were just done for. But
It's tough for him to come in the running back position.
I
Now-
don't think he can.
I don't think he can.
I don't think he can.
You guys got.
I just miss him
running
though.
backs.
I miss him though, because his game
miss
and the
him.
style of his running was impeccable at the
Yeah,
time.
but now you can't
But he's-
compare him to Najee or
No,
Jalen
because
Warren.
he
And
can't
he's-
take hits like Najee and Jalen Warren.
and
can.
he's
too majestic. He's that's just how he is.
And he's 3 years older now.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work out.
But your boy did knock out Adrian Peterson. That's all I'm gonna say.
Also, like you gotta see too. Let's see where they would utilize him. How much does he want to get paid? Because if they get him for dirt cheap, why not put him as a third string running
No,
back?
I mean,
You know
no,
what I mean?
yeah. But
But
he's
if
he's
he
gonna
was-
want to be the starter.
No, you gotta work for that.
No,
you can't take 3
he
years off.
no,
and
he
then
knows.
I
He
don't
knows.
know, you
Yeah,
know
he
what
knows
I
he can't come in 3
I
years
agree,
and then just
but
be a
I
starter.
feel like
running
his
back.
mentality he's gonna want to be because of at his time when he was arguably the best running
Yeah,
back
but that
at
time
the time.
has passed. and
I
it's
completely
okay.
understand
Yeah,
that, but
his
you got to
time
look
has
at
passed.
people have that ego and they don't always drop that ego.
I think that ego's dropped because he's been 3 years.
He's been 3 years. It's humbled him.
I mean,
humbled,
shit.
yeah.
The only
Hopefully he's humble.
The only area where I think he can come back and make an impact, like I said, he was a good pass catcher running back. He can come in and catch some passes and do some things underneath for that's where I think he could make his biggest impact if he ever
Yeah.
came back.
There's only two people that I know that's not humbled as time goes on, and it's Ocho Cinco and T.O. So the only two people that I know.
I'm
Well,
gonna put
Ocho-
Antonio
well-
Brown in there too.
well,
That
okay.
motherfucker's got issues.
yeah.
No, but I'm not
Ocho
going to
should
tell
be
you.
talking
Yeah,
wild.
Ocho,
T.O.'s still playing.
he's still
Well, yeah,
trying to play.
I
At
understand
50,
that.
50 years old, he's still trying to play.
Yeah, but he got locked up. You ever see the clips of him getting absolutely fucking locked
Yeah,
up
'cause
against
he's
these
old.
young DBs,
Yes.
bro?
Of
Yes.
course,
He
he's
gets
so faster
fucking
than-
locked up, bro.
He playing.
He can't do
football,
shit.
and he's still scoring
Yeah.
touchdowns though. That's just
Listen, they're not the same talent. But Ocho Cinco, he gave DBs that work, man.
No, yeah.
He gave DBs that work. Antonio Brown, for as crazy as people might think he is right now, he
was the best,
gave them their defensive backs that work.
And it's
Like,
sad, but I know he could still do it.
And he can
Antonio
still
Brown
do
can
it.
still do it.
But now,
Did you see he tweeted?
He's
to
just
Tom
fucked up.
Brady. He's a Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did the same thing. But you want to know what's crazy? You ever see
Brown
how,
is wild,
you see
bruh.
how he talks though? You ever see some of his Twitter posts of what he says about? I'm not gonna say much,
Yeah.
but what he be saying about like certain people, bro. You don't want to
Yeah.
know what he said about Big Ben?
please.
I'm gonna just pull it up. I'm not gonna say because I don't know like how it would turn out, but when I pull it up, I'm gonna show you. But
Remember to use quote and unquote because that's
he
what
is-
he said.
He is reckless.
We don't want to get
Let me
ourselves
find
in
it
for
real
some
quick.
slander.
But
that-
y'all can keep talking. I'm gonna just show you the post when I find it. That
You see what your
He's
boy
crazy.
Vontez Jefferson do to people?
Yeah.
Out there knocking people out. Didn't they
So the-
suspend it? Did they kick him out the league for that, bro?
And I know he wrote. I saw him tweet something too recently, or somebody. I just seen that. Oh man, he's gonna make me look it up too. He just said,
Like-
I'll still do it or something. I don't know. And then they said his Twitter account was hacked or something. It was something crazy. I saw the Facebook. I'm like, what the hell?
Like, I never really heard. Yo, like, Vontez Jefferson put that hit on Antonio Brown. By the way, that hit cost you guys that game. Because it was a bad penalty at the worst time. The Steelers needed the touchdown to fucking tie the game. I remember that game clearly. You guys still had Andy Dalton as your quarterback. The red rifle, what they used to call him?
Yeah, no, I don't know. When Andy Dalton was on Dalton, now he's on what, the Saints?
The
Bears.
he was on the Bears. Yeah, he was spent this past season on the Bears. You know.
I mean, I'm looking towards the future. The future's bright.
What? With who?
Joe Burrow, what kind of question is that, bro?
Okay.
The future's not bright?
Stay healthy.
Always.
look at that, and he always be saying shit like that. That's just crazy.
Oh,
This
dude.
line, the top one,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, boy.
it's crazy.
I'm sure Ben doesn't even care about that. That was Ben's
Nah, but
go-to receiver, man. Ben,
Yeah.
he pulled Ben out of a lot of situations.
Also, they probably already have a relationship that doesn't affect them.
That yeah,
That's
you
probably
know,
just how they greet each
he
other.
was his number one. He was his safety blanket, everything. He knew Antonio Brown would always be open. That's the best thing a quarterback can have.
Yeah, it's like Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's like Daniel Jones
And nobody. We've had no receiver. The closest thing he probably has to that is Darius Slayton.
yeah.
And
yeah.
Jesus Christ. But Darius Slayton is my boy though, right there, man. He's the only one.
He does.
He you know.
That who's the other receiver you guys got? He's good.
Who? Darius Slayton?
No, the other one, the rookie.
What? Jalen Hyatt. Oh,
Yeah.
once
He's gonna be alright.
He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be a Wandale Robinson. Everybody's gonna be okay.
Jalen Hyatt's your go-to next.
Well, yeah, he's the one who has that breakaway big play potential.
They just got to fix that offensive line
Immediately.
All right.
So obviously, this is just a little introduction, a little thing here as far as previewing the Super Bowl. Obviously, our next episode, we will recap the Super Bowl in its full context.
Then we'll get more in depth with other things.
We'll get more in depth with other things. Obviously, UFC 298 is gonna come up. So, as things, and you know what tends to happen with UFC is the card might be one way right now, but in about a week it might change completely. So, we'll get more into the UFC. Right. It'll be about
people get hurt during training.
Right. And All-Star Weekend for the NBA will be coming up.
How do you like All-Star Weekend without the Pro Bowl?
Because
Jesus.
I'm gonna explain that to you right now.
I want to hear. Do you like All-Star Weekend? NBA All-Star Weekend. NBA All-Star Weekend.
I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain it to you right now.
All right. Then I'm a rebuttal.
Okay.
We got some time. Hurry up.
I'm explaining to you right now. What the NBA had did the previous 3 seasons didn't work. As far as picking captains and then letting them pick their own individual things. No. They're going back to East versus West this year, which is the way it should have always been.
Then they're still captains. 90% sure
it's going back to East versus West the way it should have always been. Now my whole thing with the All-Star game for the NBA is that it seems like the guys are out there just having fun and there's no pride. You guys are the best players in the world. You guys should be competing to see who's the very, very, very best.
They used to do that in the NFL too.
They used to do that in the NFL until the NFL completely scrapped it for whatever reason.
Because injuries are more severe in the NFL than in the
NBA. Right,
but
the NFL kind of took away their whole concept. That's why I'm so
I think
brutal
it's the same thing.
That's why I'm so brutal with the NFL because they took away their whole concept. How many clips of past Pro Bowls did you send this week? Of the way it used to be, how the players used to play. That it used to mean something.
Oh, because like I said, I can see the difference. Flag football ain't bad. You saw Jamar Chase get the touchdown.
Listen, I'm not saying flag football is bad. What I'm saying is it's not.
I think flag football is the same thing as the game that they play. To be fair, if I had to put figure a middle ground, I'll say that celebrity flag football will be great, like they had the celebrity games in the NBA, and then regular tackle will be another thing.
And you know what? I can actually go for that concept, and that might actually be very interesting.
So that's what the NBA does.
And that would be very interesting. But to take the players, like I said, the skills competition is great. I love the skills competition.
I mean, they had it.
Yeah, I love the skills competition.
And your boy Jalen Hurts was trash.
Hey, I didn't have to say it, y'all. I didn't have to say it, But to take the idea of what we watch regularly every Sunday and what we're going to see in the Super Bowl and totally change that concept simply because of an All-Star game. At this point, if you're not going to respect the way the game is the NFL is and what it's about.
Do you think it should change it? You think it should be the All-Star game before, after the Super Bowl?
Always.
Yeah?
Always. Because
that's what the NBA does.
Because here's the thing. If you have participants in the Super Bowl, those participants are not allowed to play in the Pro Bowl. So let's say the 49ers had 9 Pro Bowlers this year. None of them were able to go.
Yeah.
None of them were able to go. The Chiefs, I think, might have had 4 or 5 Pro Bowlers. None of them were able to attend. That's 14 All-Pro players missing from that game.
The last game that they had is when Mac Jones was doing the gritty.
Yes. But remember how fun that was. That was fun, too. You know what I'm saying?
I think, to be fair, I think that's why Joe Burrow always declines to go. I think he doesn't want to play flag, and he declines to go.
And you know what? If that's the reason for Joe Burrow, props to you, Joe Burrow.
He's a football player.
Because exactly, he's a football player. He's not flag football.
He will cook though. You gotta think about it. Less injury prone. You got the accuracy. Good. C.J. Stroud was cooking out there in the Pro Bowl, throwing dimes to Jamar.
Yeah, but there really isn't much in the way of defense being played in that either. Like guys are just able.
Bro, we gotta play flag. You're down to play flag? Yeah. And he's in Chuck E. So.
I gotta check my schedule.
You gotta check with your physician.
I gotta check my schedule. Game time decision. You know.
Time decision. All right, let's wrap this up. Time's not on our side. Close us out, Shamar.
Well, thank y'all again for joining us for another episode of the Triple Threat Sportscast. Again, we will continue to bring this to you weekly.
You said breathe this.
I said brain. Why don't you shut your mouth? You see, I can't even close this out correctly because you always got something to say.
Yeah, keep
Yeah, shut your
going.
pie hole. You already.
You're a wild boy.
Respectfully, well, thank y'all for joining us again.
Make sure you follow.
Make sure you follow Shamar for President on IG.
Excellent execution.
It's your boy Dyson.
Triple
Alright.
Threat Sportscast on IG.
Triple Threat Sportscast on YouTube. Please, the red subscribe button, yellow notification bell.
Love that thing.
And until our next episode, y'all, wish y'all the best, man. Have a happy, safe, healthy weekend. Remember to drive safely.
Weather's warming up. Play some flag football. Sun is
Game
setting.
time decision. All right. Peace, y'all.
Later.
See you.